So I said I was going to do another one, so I'm doing another one. Out here sorting through my stuff. So I finally took that main caps, and I threw it on the that there K24 block, the one I've had for a long time that I bought without mains. And I threw a crank in it real quick, and I didn't get good results. I got better results than the last time I tried to swap over caps, but not great results. It rotated, but rotated with a lot of effort. So need a line hone, and it fucking sucks because, man, I've only got one local machine shop it's really close to me. The other guys aren't very close at all, and they want like $200 and some, I think, to do a line hone, man. It's just fucking expensive. So it's making me reevaluate my prices for my short block. You know, I think I charged, was it $350 for the core? But it seems like I'm needing machine work more and more, and I don't want to force an extra charge on somebody. I would like the baseline of my block to be good to go. So yeah, I think I might have to increase the baseline for my blocks, guys. Was it JBR? I said they charge like $500 for a short block core, which is a K24A4 block and crank. So I think that might happen. I think that might increase my prices a little bit. Now, that's not going to affect anybody who's currently building with me because that's not the terms they got going into it. But I think it's going to affect me moving forward just because of the fact that I'm not going to have a choice. It's either that or I'm going to eat profits. I'm going to take a loss on profits on doing machine work because now I got that K24 right there, that K24 right there, and that K24 right there. That one needs to be decked. That one needs to be line honed, and I have no idea what's up with that one yet. I was lucky enough that I was able to finish Mario's block without needing any work. Yeah, damn, bro. It's one of those things where, you know, I've always said that it's a lot of times I've said it's cheaper to just get another block, but I mean, fuck. 2 out of 4 need machine work. They're just right here, and that's just that I know about. Because that other one that scared the fucking shit out of me. Goddamn tree dropping branches. Goddamn it. Anyway. But that one might need work too. I don't know. I don't know yet. I know that it's not rotating, so I don't know what the fuck the damage is. There's no holes in the block, so... but I'm not expecting anything to be good inside. And it might need to be bored and honed. But that fucking sucks because they increased the price for that shit too. I think it's like $165 or $170 now, compared to what it used to be, $150. And I talked to the machine shop dude, and he was like, yeah, we're just not making money. And I understand they got overhead to pay, they got employees to pay and all that shit. And they're trying to keep the prices low to stay competitive. But if you keep the prices low and the business just doesn't flow very often, then you're not really making any money. Which is, of course, what I'm saying right now. Like, I might have to charge more for the blocks just because of the fact that I'm not going to be making money. It's either I charge more for the blocks than I'm providing, or you send me your core and I build with yours. And then if you already have a healthy short block that you know is good to go, it'll only cost you, I think, like maybe $80 to ship me a bare block. You know, cranks are not so bad. I think I can get access to better cranks. But if you ship me at least a bare block, that'll save you a chunk of money. But nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants me to do everything for them. So for me to do that, I guess I'm just gonna have to. I mean, fuck, 4-piston charge $700 for a core for a head. Like, if you don't fucking have the head, that's $700 if you're not sending it in. And that's on top of their already astronomical prices for their work. I think it's like, you know, like $1,200 for a head. And if you're not providing a core, you add $700 core fee. Oh, heads. So, got a lot of those. Anyway, of course, I'm still measuring and checking. So, it's like, if it doesn't need it, I'll build it as is. So maybe I can just do like a as-is discount or some shit. I don't fucking know. I just know that this is becoming a problem for me, and I got to figure it out very soon. So anyway, this is the RBB head I picked up the other day. If you the one that had the dryer lint on it. If you're wondering what the fuck that was, it's dryer lint. No, I don't have a dog. I picked it up from the guy like that. That's why you saw it in my trunk like that, because that's how I got it. And I got it for retarded cheap, but just because it's okay. So one is RBB head, so nobody really wants to buy those. And two, it didn't have the rocker arm assembly on it. It was just the head and the valve train, which I'm happy for because, like I said, I'm making a habit of stocking these. This is one I got from the junkyard the other day. It's a K24 base model fucking rocker arm assembly, but like I was telling you guys the other day, they fit on it. They're an exact swap over. So So the idea is, of course, I don't have LMAs either. I don't have the lost motion assembly. So now if I'm going to do VTEC killer, I don't need to worry about that. I don't need to worry about the lost motion assembly. So, you know, I can delete that, you know. And of course, these haven't been cut up yet either. It has to be done. But this is later on down the line. So now I have 2 RBB heads, and one of them is supposedly spoken for with Mario. Now, he could always change his mind. I'm not sure. But I mean, the way I feel is I will definitely sell it if somebody wants to buy it. But right now, the plan is to keep it and keep one of these K24s down here for my big boy build when the time comes after I get the K-swap hatch running. But I just wanted to show you this real quick to show you how here this is. So fuck, I'm sorry, I'm jumping over here a little bit. This is something I wanted to talk about for a few days. And I realized when I was looking at 4 pistons like Super 99 and shit, if you look at they have like their drag cartel cams or whatnot, they're all like single lobes on the cams, kind of like the I don't think I have. Well, I do, but they're done. Okay, yeah, like that. See how that base model fucking thing down there only has that one lobe and it's just bare camshaft. That's because I think and I don't know why I didn't even really consider this, the fact that all these super high horsepower race Ks that are running NA on nitro meth or just M1 or whatever, those are all VTEC killer. You don't need to have a VTEC range. Why not be in the most aggressive version of the engine's VTEC all the time? Because you're only drag racing that car. It's only on the track. You're not driving that car around. So, of course, they're all fucking VTEC killer. So, you know, and I was thinking, you know, because I'm doing race car and I'm not worried about driving this thing on the street, of course it's going to be VTEC killer. So RBB head for better flow and VTEC killer because it's convenient. I don't have to spend any money. The money was already spent. It's there. For me to buy VTEC, you know, the proper VTEC rocker arms, it's insanely expensive. So I can understand definitely why he sold me the head at the price he did, because who's going to fucking buy a head with missing that kind of shit on it, you know? But luckily for me, I'm a scavenger. I know better, and I know the value of this head for me, and I know that this is something I can do that's extremely cheap to replace, and now this is a perfectly viable head, you know? Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I have real VTEC cams. I have a supply. I think I have some TSX and some Z3 cams over here. I haven't properly identified them yet, but I don't care. I don't think the lift difference is enough between it for me to really trip on. I'll have to look at the duration again on all the stock VTEC cams to see the differences, but the fact is I have real VTEC cams already, and unless I pick up a sponsor for valve train and cams, I'm not going to go aftermarket. I'm just going to go stock. I still think that if I run E85, even with the stock cams and that compression, that I could definitely see 280, if not more. Shit, maybe if I even get a valve train and just rev higher, I don't know. I'd like to see 280, and then who knows? Maybe, you know, because it's gonna be race car, maybe I'll fucking tune on M1. Maybe I'll do that. I'd like to tune on E85 first, see what it looks like, and then go to the track. Hopefully by the time I get to that point where I'm doing the swap and doing that shit, I'll already have had seat time and drag race time, so I'll be acclimated to the car, and I'll be able to get a better increased time. And then after I get used to that, then I'll switch over to M1 and start racing that way, see if I can get 300 like that. I think that I feel pretty confident saying that I can. I think that a Humble Performance did a bone stock K24 long block on M1. That's the only modification, was M1. And I think they got 270 horsepower out of it. It's an old video of mine. Maybe I'll look into it and tag it at the end of this. But yeah, I feel pretty confident that with this setup, it was going to be like 13 compression, 13.5, I think, or 13.2, something like that. That it'll hit 300 on M1. All right, guys, and yeah, I'm going to be definitely upgrading the fuel lines and whatnot. So I think it'll definitely be able to take it. I guess I just need to go balls out on the fuel pump and the injectors. Yeah, I'm definitely have to get big injectors for this. But yeah, just something I wanted to talk about real quick. And gonna do one more video right after this, but I think it'll be super short but kind of interesting. All right, guys. Social media links are all in the description down below. I guess one way to say, if you know, to get around my increased prices for blocks, if you want to do a build with me, you go to Patreon, sign up to Patreon. There are there are 3 different tiers. 2 of those tiers come with different discounts, and also I do a financing program. If you want to do a build with me, depending on what you're going to get, you know, depending on the overall total dollar amount is what's going to depend on the price. Generally speaking, on the blocks, I like to have your deposit be enough to cover the price of the pistons, the rods, and the bearings. So in the case of this high compression K24 over here, I think it was like $500 or $600. But that guy didn't even send me that deposit. He paid for it himself and had it sent to me. So he paid it. I haven't seen any money yet. So but as long as you cover enough to have your rotating assembly ready, then I will get onto the build. But of course, keep in mind, guys, that if you're making payments on me, if you're making payments, I need at least weekly payments of $50. Now we're doing a special case because of the coronavirus. So if you do want to start a build, but you know, if you have the extra money and you think you can afford to start a build, you don't have to make payments after. Just get the initial stuff so I can get parts. His block is done, but he's on hold for Corona, and I'm gonna start on that head of his soon. But also in the meantime, I have Alfred's single cam that is now going to be getting the 11 next. That's the next block that's up. And then once Alfred's block is done, you know, I really don't have anything else to do. Well, I'm doing a long block for Alfred, and technically I'm doing a long block for him. But once the block is like the biggest thing. I guess the head does take a stupid amount of work, but not that big a deal. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm rambling on here. Thanks, guys, for watching, and peace.